Hi QA folks, the topic for today's video is software QA engineer day-to-day responsibilities. So what you would do first of all, our first responsibility is to analyze requirements, any kind of project documentation, to prepare test cases. Project documentation might be in different forms. It might be some document with requirements to application. It can be some schemas, it can be user stories in Jira in task management system, so it can be given to you in a different ways, but anyway, documentation is a documentation. You must analyze it to see if there are any discrepancies or missing parts or contradictions, and basically you will be writing your test cases based on this documentation or requirements. Next responsibility, ask questions to clarify requirements. Don't be afraid to ask stupid questions. Whatever you feel necessary to clarify, ask those. Next one, get familiar with the application you are going to test. Learn its logic, functions, and architecture to understand what to test and how. So basically, in many companies, they will expect you to become a subject matter expert on the application that you are testing. And it might be really large and complex applications, so it might take a few months to learn it and to be subject matter expert or something like. Next one, plan and estimate testing activities. Usually if you will be working in sprints, you will have to estimate your testing effort for each task, for each development piece, how many days or hours it will take you to test completely, and so on. So this is planning and estimation, part of responsibilities. Next one, create or write, prepare test scenarios, make test plans. This is combination of test cases. So few test cases, you're making a test plan, so make those, and you should be writing them in a detailed and well-organized manner as to put as much expected results and steps as much as possible. Next one, so after you planned and created your test cases, you will have to create test executions and execute run tests, meaning you will perform step by step your test scenarios and mark them as passed or failed in some test management system or in Excel spreadsheet, wherever you will be tracking your tests. Next one is about bugs. Find, record, carefully document and track bugs, aka defects or issues, and after bug fixes, retest those fixes and bugs. And by logging bugs, it means basically that you will have to fill in some specific set of fields when you create and describe your findings as a bug. Like for example, you should have subject, steps to reproduce, actual results, expected results, environment, build version, and you have to attach screenshot, any kind of logs, and so on. So there are much more details in it, how to create bugs properly, but again, it's not some secret knowledge, it's open information that can easily be found on the internet, how to write bugs, how to create bugs, or describe them in a proper way. Next one, participate in all project meeting calls daily and be the voice of QA. I saw it in a few videos that for some reason some people think that QA usually works in isolation and do not interact with anyone, but that's not true. Actually, you will have to communicate with a lot of people. You must be comfortable with communicating with a lot of people. So you should be on more extroverted type of personality, because you will have to communicate and collaborate with a lot of different team members, participate in all meetings, calls. You should also, sometimes you will be demonstrating, making a demo of the software, how it works, what was tested, what was found, and so on. So be ready for that. And next one, kind of related to the previous one, I already talked about it. Work, communicate with developers, analysts, project managers, DevOps, and other team members to clarify something, to ask questions, to explain them what the bug is about. So, and after you created test cases, executed them, you will need to prepare some kind of test reports and report test results or results of testing. Sometimes it's just an email to upper management, sometimes it will be they will ask you to write the whole document based on 10-20 pages document with different sections. So a test report might look differently depending on a company. Next one, next responsibility, track QA metrics such as defect densities, open defects count, how many tests are already executed, how many left to be executed with the appropriate statuses, passed or failed, and so on. So track, that's what tracking QA metrics means. And also, after you will write your test cases, it doesn't mean that you will not update them anymore. Basically, you will have to maintain them, keep them up to date. So basically, you will have to regularly update outdated test steps in test cases in test management system on basically a daily or weekly basis. In a lot of cases, the functionality might be changed since you wrote some test case. You will have to go and update your steps in your test cases. And once again, you will be running tests daily, checking test results daily, maintaining and updating tests daily. So this is kind of your main responsibility. But in order to be run something, you will have to prepare all of those, meaning you will have to create or prepare or write test scenarios and execute them, mark them as passed or failed, report their results, and the same the next day, and the next day. So I hope this video gives you a better idea of software QA engineer responsibilities, and this I'm covering mostly manual testing part. There might be additional responsibilities if you're also participating in test automation, but that's not the topic for this video. So that's it. See you in the next one.